Dear students, hope you are well. Today I discuss on chapter 3.5 forming and applying algebraic formulae in solving real life problems. In our daily business, we face the realistic problems in different time and in different ways. But those problems are described linguistically. In this chapter, we shall discuss the formation of algebraic formulae and their applications in solving different problems of real surroundings, which shall describe linguistically. By today's class, we will get the conception about the application of mathematics in real surroundings. At first, we discuss the methods of solving the real life problems. At first, the problem will have to be observed carefully and to read attentively and then to identify which one are unknown and which are to be determined. One of the unknown quantities is to be denoted with any variable like x. Then realizing the problem well, express other unknown quantities in terms of the same variable x. The problem will have to be split into small parts and express them by algebraic expression. Using the given conditions, the small parts together are to be expressed by an equation. The value of the unknown quantity x is to be found by solving the problems based on real life. So, at first we read the problem carefully and attentively. Then we denoted the unknown quantities by any variable like x. Then express the problem by algebraic expressions. Then we form equations by those algebraic expression and then solve the problem. Now I discuss the formulae. At first, related to payable or attainable. Suppose Q, amount of money payable or attainable per person, N, number of persons. So, amount of payable or attainable money A equal to Qn. Related to time and work. Suppose Q is portion of its work performed by everyone in unit of time. N, number of performing of work. X, total time of doing work. W, portion of a work done by n persons in time x. Then we get W equal to Qnx. Now related to time and distance. Suppose V, speed per hour, T, total time, D, total distance, then D equal to Vt. Now related to pipe and water tank. Suppose Q naught, amount of stored water in a tank at time of opening the pipe. Q, amount of water flowing in or flowing out by the pipe in a unit time. T, time taken. Q of T, amount of water in the tank in time T. Then Q of T equal to Q naught plus minus Qt. Here plus sign at the time of flowing of water in and minus sign at the time of flowing of water out are to be used. Now related to percentage. Suppose B, total quantity, R, rate of percentage, P, part of percentage, then P equal to BR. Now related to profit and loss. Suppose C, cost price, R, rate of profit or loss. Then selling price is equal to C into 1 plus minus R. In case of profit, we use the plus sign, and in case of loss, we use the minus sign. Now, related to investment and profit. At class 8, you already learned it. In the case of simple profit, I equal to PRN and A equal to P into 1 plus NR. In the case of compound profit, A equal to P into 1 plus R to the power N, where I profit after time N a specific time, P principal, R profit of unit principal at unit time, A principal with profit after time N. Now we solve an problem. Question number 14. A can do a work in P days and B can do it in 2 P days. They started to do the work together and after some days A left the work unfinished. We completed the rest of the work in R days. Question is, in how many days was the work finished? Now we try to solve it. Here A can do the work in P days. So we can say in P days A can do the full part of the work, that is one part. So in 1 days A can do one of P parts. So we can write A could do one of P part of the work in 1 days. Again, B could do the work in 2 P days. So B could do one of 2 P part of the work in 1 days. Again, here we completed the rest of the work in R days. We get in R days B could do R of 2P part of the work. So the rest of the work that A and B did together equal to 1 minus R of 2P part. Then by LCM we get 2P minus R by 2P part. Again, A and B together could do 1 by P plus 1 by 2P part, or by LCM we get 2 plus 1 by 2P part or 3 by 2P part of the work in 1 days. So we can write A and B together did 3 by 2P part of the work in 1 days. So one part of the work in 1 by 3 by 2P days. So 2P minus R by 2P part of the work in here. If we alternate into this, then we get 2P by 3 into this. Here 2P and 2P are cancelled. Then we get 2P minus R by 3 days. Now the full work was completed in, here you already know it, the work is completed into 2 parts of time. First A and B together and then B alone. By adding this, by taking LCM 3, we get 2P minus R plus 3R. 2P plus 2R by 3. By taking common 2, we get P plus R by 3 days, which is the required answer. Now we solve another problem. Question number 17. A bus was hired at Taka 5,700 to go for a picnic under the condition that every passenger would have equal fare, but due to the absence of 5 passengers, the fare was increased by Taka 3 per head. Now the question is, how many passengers availed in the bus? Let it write. Let the number of passengers is X. So for X passengers, the fare per person was Taka. Here the total price is 5,700 Taka and total number of passengers is X. So the fare per person was Taka 5,700 by X. Due to the absence of 5 passengers, the total passengers become X minus 5. So for X minus 5 passengers, the fare per person was Taka 5,700 by X minus 5. According to the question, the fare was increased by Taka 3 per head. So we can write this fare for X passengers plus 3 equal to this fare for x minus 5 passengers. Now we try to solve this equation. By taking LCM x, we get 5700 plus 3x equal to this. Then by cross multiplication, we get 5700x plus 3x square minus 28500 minus 15x equal to 5700x. Now plus 5700x becomes minus 5700x. Now we try to solve this. Here plus 5700x minus 5700x are cancelled. Then we get 3x square minus 15x minus 28500 equal to 0. Here all the terms are divisible by 3. So by dividing 3 we get x square minus 5x minus 9500 equal to 0. Now for solve this equation we apply middle term method. Then we get x square minus 100x plus 95x minus 9500 equal to 0. By taking common x we get x minus 100. By taking common 95 we get x minus 100. Then we take common x minus 100, x plus 95. So x minus 100 equal to 0 or x plus 95 equal to 0. So x equal to minus 95, which does not acceptable as the number of passengers cannot be negative. Here we get x equal to 100. So the number of passengers is 100. Now we try to solve another problem. Question number 18. A boatman can go d kilometer in p hours against the current. He takes q hours to cover that distance along the current. The question is, what is the speed of the current and the boat? Let we solve this. Let the speed of the boat is x kilometer per hour and the speed of the current is y kilometer per hour. So the speed of boat against the current is, here the speed of boat is x and the speed of current is y. So x minus y kilometer per hour. And the speed of the boat along the current, here the speed of the boat is x and the current is y. So x plus y kilometer per hour. According to the question, the speed of the boat against the current. Here against the current, the boatman can go d kilometer in p hours. So we get d by p kilometer per hour. The speed of the boat along the current. For along the current, the total time is q hours and distance is d. So d by p kilometer per hour. So we get the speed of boat against the current is x minus y and d by p. So we can write x minus y equal to d by p. This is equation number 1. And the speed of the boat along the current is x plus y kilometer per hour and d by q kilometer per hour. X plus y equal to d by q. This is equation number 2. Now we try to solve these two equations. By adding equation 1 and equation 2 we get x minus y plus x plus y equal to d by p plus d by q. Here minus y and plus y are cancelled. Then we get 2x equal to, by taking LCM PQ we get dq plus dp. So the value of x equal to, taking common d we get d into p plus q divided by 2pq. Again subtracting equation 1 from equation 2 we get x plus y minus here minus x minus minus makes plus y equal to d by q minus d by p. Here plus x and minus x cancelled each other. Then 2y equal to taking LCM PQ we get dp minus dq. So the value of y equal to taking common d we get d into p minus q divided by 2pq. So the speed of the current this and the speed of the boat is this, which is the required answer. Hope you all understand my lecture. Now your homework is question number 15, question number 16 and question number 19. Allah Hafiz.